Susie Goodwin here. If you're podcast coaching with me, I'm going to recommend Anchor every single time as your host, and here's why. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And then Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You guys, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it quite literally has everything you need to become a podcaster right in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. In this episode, Brooke is going to answer what is the difference between serving then selling, and then offer you the reasons why you should have a servant's heart and come to your direct selling business with a service leadership mindset. Welcome to Serve Then Sell with guest host Brooke Norland of Wear It Boldly. This is the third album of the show, and you guys, it's all about personal branding. My co-host Brooke has a decade in direct selling with multiple brands and found her happy place in teaching others about personal branding. She currently represents the brand Lime Life, but has flexed her own leadership muscle in this industry by teaching men and women outside her brand how to find their voice and create a personal brand. And that is what we're going to do here too. We consider this album on branding a starting point and required listening for anyone joining, relaunching, or training others in direct sales. Does not matter what brand you're with. So without further ado, here is Brooke Norland and myself, Susie Goodwin, in Serve Then Sell Personal Branding.
I'm so excited to be here with you, Susie.
We are talking about serving versus selling today. Can you tell me what is the difference between the two?
One thing I hear often right now is serving versus selling. And I think it's important that we step back from that and actually use this podcast name, Serve Then Sell, because that's exactly what we're doing. It's not a versus situation, it's an if and then thing.
I love this so much. Can you give me an example? I think that's going to help people because maybe they have heard serve versus sell. Maybe they've heard serve then sell, but let's clarify it for folks.
I like to think of it more as working backwards from a goal. If your goal is to sell 3 of item X, you don't want to tell your community that. They don't care and it doesn't serve them. So working backwards, you would say, I want to sell 3 of item X this month. Which of my customers would benefit the most from it? Then you start in with your plan to serve. It's a mindset flip or a goal flip in this case. Instead of working towards your goal to sell items, work towards the goal to serve enough people to make the sales you need to hit your goal.
See, I love this, right? Because I know that we share this mindset. Obviously, I'm a direct seller with a heart for service, but I know there's someone out there listening saying, all right, why service?
I always like to present multiple ways of looking at things. And one way to think of it is from the customer perspective, which is that it's simply not as important to them that you succeed in your business as it is to you. Selling is important to you and not to them. So if you want to speak to them and meet them where they are, you have to tell them what's in it for them in order for them to want to purchase something. We've all at least heard it and maybe even done it. I'm just $300 away from my goal this month. Who wants to help me get there? That just isn't going to work long term. And really, tough love moment, sorry, but do you want someone buying from you out of guilt and pity? Or do you want them to purchase something they're going to use, love, and come back for again? But ultimately, for me, and I know for you, living with a serving heart is something that fills my cup. I'm not naturally the kind of person that can walk up to someone and say, hey, you need this item, and I happen to have it in my pocket. It's $50. But I'm thrilled to help a friend or even a stranger. I will legit happy dance when I help someone find a skincare routine that makes them feel good or a lip color that boosts their confidence. That's what it's about. That's really what life is about.
Yes, it's more enjoyable for us to do it this way. And I don't want the listener to skip over that nugget that you said. It is not as important to your audience that you succeed as it is to you. Your sales goals will only ever be important to you. Your customers don't care.
That's exactly right. They really don't. And have you ever heard a big brand come out and say something like that? They don't. They serve you. They come at you from a serving voice.
Coca-Cola's got to sell 5 million bottles this month.
Yeah.
So let's say I am connected with you on Wear It Boldly, and I'm seeing you promoting, skincare, beauty. How do I know that you've got that service heart?
I think as direct sellers, we often feel like we're walking a line that isn't really there because we're all lumped into this category of being pushy. We fear being perceived that way, even when we're trying to do better. We're thinking, I know I'm serving, but do they know that? Or are they still lumping me into that spam folder? We need to stop. As long as we're serving our clients, there is no reason to be afraid of the sale. And ultimately, as a business owner, even with a serving heart, our goal is to sell our products, right? Serve, yes, but don't forget the then sell.
I love this so much. Thank you, Brooke. Listener, I hope that you can get behind serve, then sell instead of serve versus sell. Thank you for listening to Serve Then Sell with guest host Brooke Norland of Lime Life and Team Wear It Boldly. Our goal for you in this album is to help you find your voice and create a personal brand. We would love to hear your thoughts as you listen through the album. Use the hashtag ServeBoldly. That's ServeBoldly. Serve Boldly, and share your thoughts with us. You guys, show us your personal brand. When you do, 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, we're going to share on our social media accounts, which have a combined reach of 15,000. And you're going to get a free mini branding workbook from Brooke so you can continue to develop in the topic of personal branding. You guys, you can find Brooke at Wear It Boldly on Instagram. You can also find me over on Instagram at Serve Then Sell or Run Lift Mom Pod. Again, we want you to use hashtag Serve Boldly as you listen through these episodes about personal branding. Show off that brand, ask your questions, enjoy the community, serve then sell.